Hey guys, Dynasty Warrior 6 here again with another Game Finds video. This Game Finds is for the Portland Retro Gaming Expo Game Finds. It was a relatively good expo, and I was a vendor this year. So I was selling a lot of stuff, and I had pretty crazy. I sold out. First day, done. I'm totally done. I totally sold out of everything, and it was just crazy. And I just couldn't believe how crazy it was and how much it I had one vendor walk up before the expo even started, and he offered to buy basically everything I had. He bought all my GameCube, Super Nintendo, PS1, and N64 titles, everything. So I sold him all that stuff, plus some accessories and some consoles and stuff like that, and I think that was it. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I sold him all that, and I sold it to him. I still had games left over though that I still had to sell at the expo, but I sold it to him for $720 for just all that, and then I still sold more stuff. So I did really well at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo, and I was very happy with it. If I get lucky again, I love to do it again. I had a blast doing it, and I bought some games too, of course. With all the money I got, I went out, and after I had sold everything, I put stuff away in the car, and then went back through and started buying stuff. So I went a little crazy, but not too bad. I spent about $300 on everything altogether. Maybe just all basically all together. So I got a couple rare titles added into my collection. I definitely beefed up my PS1 library, which I'm really happy about. And we're just going to kind of jump right in on it. And we're just going to start with kind of the lesser stuff and work towards the good stuff, of course. First game I got, picked up Steel Talons for $10, complete. Just thought it'd be kind of cool to have. Added it in, Steel Talons. Next up, we're jumping now to PS2. That was it for Sega Genesis, sadly. I didn't see anything I really wanted for Sega Genesis there. First game, $10. Now this was a bundle deal, and I think it was like $15 for both these games. So these two I'm showing you, it was a bundle deal. First one, Front Mission 4. And the next one, oh, come here, baby. Xenosaga Episode 2. So for those two, it was $15. Felt that it was a pretty good deal. Got the hookup from a friend from there, the Portland Retro Gaming Expo. It was really nice of them to do that. Next up, I basically paid full price for every game because it's the first day of the expo. There's not a lot of room for negotiation on the first day. There's a little bit more room on the second day, but not so much the first day. So that's why all these games are basically paid at full price. But some of these games are really hard to find or semi-rare, and they were good prices already. Suikoden 3. Now I've got 2, 3. Still need 1, 4, and 5 and tactics and all that fun stuff. But Suikoden 3, complete. Of course. Next up, for $15, it's one of my old favorites. I love this game. Probably played and beaten it 10 times over. Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic 2, The Sith Lords. Great game. And my Xbox collection is actually looking pretty damn decent right now. So, got this one though. Very nice. Next up, for Super Nintendo, we have Breath of Fire for $30. Really clean. Really nice. Like it. Love it. Embrace it. So last but not least is PS1. PS1 is the one I really went all out on. I was picking up games left and right, literally, just like boom, boom, going to like different vendors and grabbing games. First one for $5. Been needing this game. Finally pulled the trigger and got it for $5. Black Label Tomb Raider. Needed that one. That was just one I needed. Next up, to finish off to get the second part of the series, picked up Dino Crisis 2. Black Label, of course. For $20 again, picked up Mega Man X5. For $30, picked up Resident Evil Survivor. This should almost finish off my Resident Evil collection on PS1. I think I only need 1 or 2 more games and I'm done with Resident Evil on PS1 again. Next up, for $30, picked up Breath of Fire 4. So I was on a little bit of a Breath of Fire kick. Next up for like 40, I think 45, yep. Bought this from a friend at the expo. Black Label Crash Bandicoot. Next up, Black Label Complete. One of my favorite tactical games on the PS1. Probably one of my favorite games in general. And it is Vandal Hearts for $35. And last but not least, and this is the big one, I paid $80 for this bad boy. I bought it from the booth of Air Force Shield, Oscar, Kevin Shields, Air Force Shields, Oscar and Jose and all these guys. They're really cool. They hooked me up with a lot of the stuff. They cut me some deals, and this deal was just really good. Like, this just was a solid game for $80. Really uncommon rare, and it was in great shape. I mean, like, immaculate condition. And it is Ark the Lad, the big fatty working design one. So I'm not going to pull it all out, but it's all there for $80. That was a really good deal. So that was it. That was my big haul from Portland Retro, but it was just mostly money that I made from selling games. I had a great time selling the games. I talked to a lot of people. A couple of people recognize me from my channel, which is always cool. Always appreciate you guys hanging out and talking to me when you guys can. I know I was really busy sometimes, so I didn't have a chance to really talk to you guys or get to know like really talk, and I'm sorry about that. I just got busy with sometimes other people walking up and like, hey, I want to see that game. I'm like, okay, yeah. But a lot of games. It was interesting being a vendor this time because you get to see the other side of the table a little bit. And it was interesting that in the fact that sometimes games that I thought like nobody would want, like I was like, there's no way someone's gonna buy this game, even though I got a price for like $2-3, there's no way, and yet people would buy it, and it was really shocking. And then games I thought, man, this is gonna go really quick because I got it at a decent price and it's a fairly uncommon game, sat, and it was like, what is going on? It's like a reversal sometimes. Like, I had Jewel Master on Sega Genesis loose cartridge there for like $15. And that's like the going rate for it on eBay almost, like a little bit more, a little bit less, somewhere in that middle area. And I was willing to negotiate a little bit on the price. And I had Williams' Greatest Hits, like the arcade game, which I like Defender 1 and 2 and Joust loose cartridge on Sega Genesis. And I thought Jewel Master's going to sell way before this game sells. Williams' Greatest Arcade Hits sold before Jewel Master even got remotely close to selling. And I was like, what? And like I had one game that just sat there and I couldn't believe it for a while, which was Road Rash 2 for $10, complete in box. And nobody nobody would buy it. Nobody. People looked at it once in a while, but nobody would pick it up and go, hey, I'm going to get this. It was really weird. But then like games that I would think that like there's no way. One guy bought like Grand Theft Auto